Thank you, ngā mihi nui kia koutou. Kia ora koutou, good morning everyone. I'm Stefan Corbett. I am very pleased to be speaking this morning. I hope everyone can hear me over this platform. I want to firstly acknowledge the Southland Runaka representatives. I want to thank Thriving Southlands, the chair, Jeff Brown, the board, Richard Kite, and just the whole team in Thriving Southland for the efforts that they're making to move the project ahead. And I'd like to also thank Environment Southlands. I'm confident they're in the room. I wish I was there in person, and it's just so hard to do this over the internet. And apologies, you have me instead of the illustrious Karen Adair, but I'll do my best for you. I don't want to speak for too long. I'd rather sort of take questions and just be interactive. So perhaps I could kick off with just echoing some of the comments that were made about space. My congratulations to the people that have been involved in the development of the ACE project. It's been a huge amount of work, and we're all looking forward to seeing how the project progresses. As was said, 4 farmers, 5 farmers, it's about farmers taking control, learning from one another, coming up with their own solutions, and managing and navigating their own future. And that is really something that our teams here in MPI and where I work, something that we feel really passionately about. We currently fund around $35 million worth of catchment activity across New Zealand. To be honest with you, if I could, I'd cover the country in catchment-based projects like ACE and like Thriving Southland. They're enormously powerful because it's people owning their own future. It's people learning from one another, and it's really about innovation and creativity from the ground up. And that's certainly what we desire as well. That's why we invest and what we want to achieve out of the programs. We're always looking for new opportunities to generate more catchment-based activity. We recently dipped into the Jobs for Nature pot. Some of you might be aware of that. The Ministry for the Environment has another funding pool called Jobs for Nature. We've had a small allocation from that. We've got $10 million worth of projects running through Jobs for Nature on top of the $35 million that we've been able to get from Budget 19. So we're doing everything we can to develop and support catchment-based activity because it works and it's been shown to work. And it's kind of a response, I guess, to regulation and the top-down approach of the hard edge of regulation. And so congratulations to ACE and Thriving Southland for getting this far, and we will be right alongside you as you move forward and make progress. I want to sort of mention some of the other things that we do here in MPI to help producers manage the change that's coming at them. And I do acknowledge that change is pretty significant and coming from multiple places at the moment. It's unprecedented, really, the amount of change that's happening across the range of fronts. We do invest in innovation and diversification, and we do that mainly through the SFFF funding. Some of you might be aware of the SFFF fund, and it does fund catchment-based activities, but also a whole range of projects that are encouraging innovation and diversification in the sector. Aquaculture, oat milk, sheep milk, sheep dairy, intensive horticulture, tunnel houses for all-round, all-season supply of berries and fruits. There's just a massive range of different things that are funded through SFFF, which are helping people innovate and diversify. That's another thing we do. Another area that we're involved in is education, I guess, and information and advice on different aspects of regulation as it comes out. I see our role as helping people understand the impact of regulation, clarity, understanding options. If I understand the impact, then what do I do next, and who's there to support me? And control. People want to be in control of their own farm business, and they want to understand what their investment environment is, what options they've got, and they want to control that. So, really sort of summarising, I guess, how we see ourselves, we are doing our best to try and give people that control, give people that clarity, and give people options so that they can make good quality decisions about their future and about their business. At the moment, we do that mainly through funding catchment-based activity, innovation projects. But we will be doing more, and the latest initiative, I guess, that has been launched through MPI is integrated farm planning. So I'm sure farm planning is something that everybody in the room is really interested in. It's complex and it's contentious at the moment in terms of how to interface with regulation. We've started on a process, I guess, of trying to make that simpler for people, offering a framework that allows less complexity, less duplication, keeps everything in one place, and gives everyone the ability to see things holistically. I mean, a lot of people are doing that already, obviously, and it's been brought up with industry and it's based on existing planning frameworks, but for people that might not have, the level of farm planning that they need, we hope that this is going to be helpful and save them time and money and help them navigate what's coming at them. So it's another way of providing people with clarity and control. There is also more workshops coming out. There's been some workshops that have been run on intensive winter grazing. That's another subject that I'm sure everyone in the room has an opinion on. Again, MPI's role is to get really between the regulation and the producer and try and provide high quality advice and information and transparency, and that's really how we see our role. So I think that might have been a little bit incoherent. I apologise if it was. I'm trying to demonstrate how see ourselves in relation to farming communities by talking very briefly about some of the products and some of the services that we're offering and we're working with farmers on. So I think I might leave it there, and I'm happy to field any questions or comments from the floor. Thank you, Chair.